Hello, welcome back to another video. And today we got some good old decoy voice. It's been a hot minute. Give him a little help the brother out. And we got, what the fuck is the police chief doing? And honestly, I ask myself that every fucking day living here in fucking California. What the fuck is the police doing? Not doing anything. But yeah, let's get into it.
According to this police chief, the only thing
Bruh.
worse than a mob of violent thugs.
Bro, this bitch looks like she'd walk up to you to say, let me speak to the manager at a store. And then the moment you tell them I am the manager, she'd pull out her badge and be like, well, I'm a cop, so you better bring out the actual manager. Even though you're both the manager and the fucking store owner, because it's a fucking little fucking mom and pop shop. That's exactly what this individual looks
Meeting
like.
people in the street. Is you noticing
Bruh.
things on social media? As this attack is going so viral, the mainstream media...
City leaders react to downtown violence. Violent assault on 4th and Elm Street goes viral. Bro, this is fucking insane, man.
But their police chief blames social media commentary.
Social media and journalism.
No
And
shot.
the role it plays in this incident. And yet,
How? Oh my god, informing the people of what's happening in their fucking state or in our country, it leads to violence. What a load of bullshit, man. I can guarantee you this is quite literally a desk job cop. All she does is sit at the desk, files fucking papers, and does quite literally nothing after getting promoted. Guarantee. Because, brother, like, holy
that's
shit,
you.
man.
that is you. The post that we've seen does not depict the entire incident.
You really?
That is one.
So people just outright rioting and fucking fighting in the streets and people dying, that's not the whole incident? Yeah, sure. What, you know what? Maybe they don't show what led to that altercation, but guess what? The fact that it started and it's still continuing and you're not doing anything about it to stop it and keep your fucking people safe is an issue. Okay, it doesn't matter who the fuck started it or who threw the first stone. Your job as a cop is to go down there and stop it from escalating any more than it already has. And you're instead launching a fucking press conference to put the blame on independent journalists. Yeah, okay, sure.
Version. Social
Sure,
media
Karen.
And mainstream media and their commentaries are misrepresentation of the circumstances surrounding any given event.
What's there to misinterpret or misrepresent? People are fighting, they're rioting, they're looting. What's there to misinterpret exactly?
That causes us some difficulties in thoroughly investigating the activity and enforcing the law, and it makes our job more difficult.
Oh yeah, oh my god, your job must be made so difficult from people online, you know, reporting what's happening and for the news to report what's actually going on. Your job must be so difficult to actually go out and arrest people. Remind me, how exactly does, you know, independent journalists, how do they affect your ability to go and arrest criminals exactly that are breaking the law?
Just when we
I'd like to know that.
Mayor shrugging this attack off as a...
All right, let's see here. At 3 a.m., you hear about some adults out here fighting. You know, we talk to our teens about not fighting and how to get along and how to de-escalate. And then you have adults out here just showing bad behavior. Vice Mayor Kearney, brother, that's insane but true.
Adults showing bad behavior.
That's so true, dude. It's fucking wild. I've seen literal clips of fucking like teenagers or like people in their like very early 20s, like 18 through 21, that'll go out. And as an example of this one clip that I saw, they were literally fishing and they were completely within their right to fish in the boat that they're in the lake that they were fishing. And then you had this fucking grown-ass fucking 40 to 50-year-old male Karen quite literally trying to sink their boat by creating waves with his motorboat. And telling them that they have no right to be there, even though it's quite literally public property, and they have every right to be there. and it was literally insane. He was like yelling at them, cussing them out, and then trying to sink their boat. And everyone in the comments, because I was like, bro, I want to see if anyone's actually trying to defend this dude's behavior. No, everyone in the comments was literally telling them to call the police or call the fucking game warden, because that shit is illegal. He is like, you don't know if those kids know how to swim or not. If one of them drowns because you fucking flipped their boat, guess what? You just committed first degree murder because you had intent, because you were actively trying to sink their boat and flip it. Like, it's fucking wild. It's fucking wild how adults are nowadays acting like literal fucking children, and you have actual children behaving like reasonable, rational adults. It's like, it's fucking insane, man.
In and steal her shine with the stupidest statement ever. Stop filming these street beatings.
Bruh,
it's making the police
so
chief
stupid.
seem incompetent. As I honestly don't think she's angry about.
No, it's not making her seem incompetent. It's showing how incompetent she is, and she doesn't like that. Like I said, literal Karen doesn't like that it's being shown how terrible of a job she's doing managing and running the police department. And she'll hold a press conference to say how it's bad to show that she's quite literally sucks ass at her job.
How difficult a high-profile police investigation is proving. It's just that the social media virality is bringing in federal attorneys to oversee if justice will actually be served, as it really looks like it
honestly
wasn't. And to make matters worse,
Good.
look at NBC's.
Like, holy shit. Like, if the federal the federal law enforcement needs to get involved to ensure that, you know, laws aren't being fucking broken and criminals aren't walking free, then in my opinion, fuck it, that's what needs to happen to ensure that our streets are safe. Because it is utterly ridiculous that the local and state police will literally do fucking nothing. Like, holy shit, dude. Sheriffs will literally do nothing, then the police will literally do nothing. It's like, okay, what the fuck are we paying our taxes for then? Let's see here. Ah, man, excuse me. 5 charged after video of violence altercation in Cincinnati goes viral. Good. If they were literally beating people, good, they should be charged.
National coverage of the 5 being charged after the video of violent altercation goes viral. As that
Wait, what did that say? The bottom quote? The behavior displayed is nothing short of cruel and absolutely unacceptable, the police chief said.
title
She's
is so
right. It's
carefully
not.
tiptoeing over the elephant in
it
the
is.
room that is racial implications.
Oh,
but
of
we'll get more
course.
into that later.
Of course, because, you know, it's not like lowest fucking demographic, highest fucking crime rate isn't, you know, a thing. How is that racial? That's totally not racial. It's just statistics.
A report the chief frames it as.
And yes,
a
they can be
sudden dispute
skewed and
between
whatnot, but,
individuals
you know, you can't really skew shit that hard.
following a verbal altercation. The chief states 5 face charges, but declined to identify who or what they're being charged with. As
That's
those
so
records
stupid.
Are remaining sealed. She's literally downplaying every aspect of this crime.
Downplaying it and covering for these individuals. I wonder why. Because realistically, like, who remembers back in the day in the Old West where you quite literally had wanted posters of criminals up and running and their faces on full display regardless of skin color? Because guess what? Criminals will keep being criminals and will keep committing crimes, and the crimes will only escalate from there. It starts with one person dying, and then it's like, fuck it, one's already dead by my hand, might as well continue. It's not like it could get any worse.
Amplifying how damaging it is that social media showed you it, as she then goes into blaming alcohol for the altercation. And then
Doesn't matter.
100 plus people there, where only one person called them, which is unacceptable.
That doesn't matter. Does not matter. If alcohol is the reason why you misbehave, crazy thought, but maybe you shouldn't drink. You should have more self-control. Just a crazy fucking thought. Like, you can't fucking blame a substance for everything that happens, especially when altercations like this happen. Oh, your honor, yeah, my client killed that individual, but they had a little bit too much to drink, so I think we should file this under a whoopsie daisy. Like, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. What did this say? For us to have 100 people or so down there involved in and watching this event, recording on their cell phones, and for us to get one phone call, I doubt it was just one phone call. I highly doubt it was just one phone call.
Basically blaming everyone at the scene, including telephones and beverages,
Yeah,
except
that's
the mob
insane.
of violent thugs attacking people. As one, it's kind of difficult to dial 911 while unconscious on the floor.
Yeah,
Two,
it pretty much is.
I don't think the people squealing in delight at seeing this attack could be relied upon for reporting crimes.
I also agree with that.
By the way, the
Bro,
chief
if you enjoy that shit, you're not gonna call. You're gonna see how it ends. Like, fuck. And for you to be like, oh, only one person out of 100 film. How do you know 100 people were filming? Did you get an exact head count? And if so, how did you get that exact head count of 100 people? Like he says, I feel like they're downplaying the atrocity being committed while upplaying, quite literally, people recording, so that way there's fucking evidence for when the police arrive to see that evidence.
is currently reacting, I have zero confidence that a call for police would be helping anybody, as this
Yeah.
police chief has a history of issues with white men in Cincinnati.
What? Wait, what was that fucking title? Cincinnati police officers sue city. Police chief claims discrimination against white males. Bruh, they're literally
with white men in
that's
Cincinnati,
so
with
wild.
Her own officers suing her over allegedly preferring to give promotions to minorities or women. Wearing a
That is insane, dude. That's fucking insane. You want to know why? Guess what? Women in power love to just go on power trips just as much as men, and they have quite literally slightly, if not more, less self-control because of the hormonal imbalances that happen to them as they get older. Like, it's fucking ridiculous for people to fucking have preferential treatment, especially in a field like this. You want to promote people in like an office setting? Sure, fuck it. You want to preferably promote fucking women and whatnot? Go for it. It's an office setting. Who gives a shit? It's a desk job. But in something like this, where physical restraint, mental restraint, and you know, actual fucking know-how of how to actually maintain yourself composed is important, is fucking wild to prefer one group of people and a demographic over another, especially given the amount of clips of female cops quite literally pulling up behind a male cop that is going to go handle the suspect, and they quite literally have their gun drawn or they have their hand immediately on their gun. Like, it's ridiculous. Meanwhile, the male cop will be quite literally chilling, fucking hands at his side, fucking asking calm questions, and then the female cop will quite literally fucking force her way in with the gun, sort of escalating the situation just by being there. It's fucking ridiculous the amount of clips I see like that, or the amount of fucking clips I see of female cops quite literally going on power trips, harassing one individual that they know just because they can. Only for it to, and then it just results in a lawsuit. Like, it's ridiculous, man. And I know it's not all female cops, it's a very small minority, but that small minority makes them all look bad. And when that small minority is the one that's getting promoted, it'll make the entire department look bad.
40 male field, the simple math seems to prove their claims.
Yeah.
But remember, in the story about Cincinnati police versus Kentucky police, their lieutenants didn't seem too competent. So maybe it was more of a skill issue than an affirmative action issue, but whenever you have top-to-bottom problems within a quasi-military organization, oftentimes it's the leader causing all of it. Not the
It also doesn't help that they're hiring these idiots that quite literally don't know what they're doing. Like, shit, man. Like, holy fuck, the screening process needs to be harder. Like, dude, we should not have incompetent police regardless of gender whatsoever. Because, yes, I have also seen the opposite of male cops going on power trips, abusing people. I mean, there was that one clip circulating the internet of a cop that quite literally was off duty and just outright went up to a dude's window and punched him just because he was filming. He literally punched the dude straight in the chin like 2 or 3 times, got in his car and drove away, and then his own people came in and arrested him. Why? Because the dude submitted a report with the evidence, because luckily he had a dash cam and he was recording the altercation, and guess what? The chief of police got fired. I don't know if he was the chief of police or if he was a captain, but he was a high-ranking official in the police department. And it's fucking stupid that these people can quite literally be hired like that when they clearly have anger issues and don't even know how to maintain a cool head in a field where that is quite literally of the utmost importance. Like, it is ridiculous, dude.
The media isn't also to blame, as NBC News goes on to state the man that got beaten threw the first punch, later writing that two other dudes were attacked too, with the woman defending him being knocked unconscious by someone in the crowd. But then blaming Elon Musk and high-profile right-wing accounts.
Of course. Elon, who's quite literally working on his fucking rockets and shit and trying to get people to Mars. Yeah, he's to blame. Yup, he's to blame because he posts memes on X. Sure. This is such cope right here, dude. Such cope and such fucking just straight up right-wing derangement syndrome, man. It's fucking ridiculous, especially given how much of a liberal city Cincinnati is.
For framing it as an assault by a black mob on a white couple. Mere sentences after they explained exactly that. Nobody needed to frame it as anything, as your own eyes provided all the information you needed. It's just insane that the same media that's been race baiting for the last decade suddenly wants to shy away from noticing color. As in my video about it yesterday, insane, dude. I intentionally didn't want to mention race, just trying to make it between victims and attackers. But I still received critical comments about how the news doesn't cover random street fights. I have a trash premise. Never mind the fact that the media basically wets itself when there's a viral fight with racial implications.
Yeah, they do. When it's like a group of fucking white people defending themselves and shit and it turns into a fucking fight, all of a sudden they love posting it like, oh my god, these poor, helpless black people, they need our help, they need our defense. Meanwhile, if you look at the entire clip, they quite literally started the altercation and they're just defending themselves. Like, what is this shit? Why is this group of fucking Negroes out here beating this poor dude? Exactly. It's fucking stupid as shit. Then you got this bitch right here quite literally doing nothing whatsoever.
One specific ethnicity outnumbers the other specific ethnicity, where in this case, the police will immediately release the names of the arrestees, with the AP connecting it to the Confederacy.
Holy shit. Oh, of course. Of course. It's the Confederacy. It's racism to when a group of white people beat on some black people, but it's not racism when a bunch of fucking Negroes are beating poor helpless white folk. Yeah, totally. Fucking totally. And I know there's gonna be someone in the comments, well, why are you using that terminology? You can't use that. You're white. I'm not. I've stated that in multiple videos that I am not white. I am mixed race. Of the minorities, the two biggest fucking minorities in this country. So yeah, I can't wait for that shit.
Loves covering viral street fights, as that's just one of the many examples of this, which leads their readers to leave comments like this.
Young black men are being lynched all over the United States and it never makes the news. Where exactly? Show me the statistics. Because lynching hasn't been a thing for quite a long time. But yeah, let me guess. Next you'll blame the CIA and the FBI for some stupid other shit that they have literally no involvement with.
Young black men are being lynched all over the US and it never makes the news. Yes. All the not making the news.
Yeah, sure.
Hoaxes of this. They get so ignored they even make Netflix documentaries about it 6 years later.
All right, he wants to bring up Netflix documentaries. Let's not talk about the UK documentary of that black kid who quite literally just brutally stabbed some a white kid, only for Netflix to race swap the kid and make it look like it was some white kid who killed another white kid. Yeah, sure. Yeah, there isn't a narrative being pushed. Fucking great.
The non-stop coverage of the poll.
And they now just launched all this fucking bullshit censorship and control of the media over there in the UK. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
Tab found in a garage that even with no findings, the news still classified it as a noose. It's almost like we collectively don't want coverage of crimes that would cause racial tensions in the country. We're just curious why the corporate media suddenly doesn't want to cover a story due to those same racial dynamics they seem so obsessed with. But when
Yep. But then if it's a different racial dynamic that's happening, they'll immediately cover it instantly. Like he said, releasing names, releasing fucking home addresses, bro. They'll essentially dox the person's family fucking tree just so that way people know who to go after and who to be outraged at. But oh, God forbid it's the other way around. Then no, we can't release that. We can't release names. No, we gotta protect the anonymity of these criminals. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Your local law enforcement finds it more important to shame social media than the actual attackers. You know that the police don't care about the people. She's there to protect and serve the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So if you appreciate my concise,
whatever the narrative is,
on the tragic status that is today's reality, subscribe to Decoy Voice.
Bro, these people are just essentially glorified fucking social justice warriors and keyboard warriors in high positions of authority, and it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's so stupid. Yeah, you won't cover this story because of how it might make this fucking group of people look, but you'll cover this story because it'll make whites look bad. It's like, all while saying, oh, you don't pick a side, or we don't want to, you know, do anything that'll cause racial disparity and discrimination. Like, this is exactly why people say that you can't be racist towards white people. It's the dumbest shit on the planet. You could be racist towards fucking anyone, and I will die on that fucking hill. But anywho, if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to go watch Decoy Voice and subscribe to him. Let's see, what's he at? He's at 950k. Let's get his ass up to 1 milli. I know we can do it. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And remember to believe nothing and question everything, because you have idiots like this, holding press conference, essentially serving you nothing but a bucket of shit slop, and they expect you to eat it like it's fucking cooked by Gordon Ramsay himself in one of his fucking 5-star restaurants. It's ridiculous. And remember to be safe out there, be careful, because holy shit, dude, look at this shit, man. You have people quite literally starting fights in the streets, so be careful, protect yourselves, and yeah, I will catch you in the next one. Later.